Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Patterson again from GI Life, where we bring you financial information, how to be financially secure, how to set yourself up financially. We talk about military issues, what goes on in the military, what to do when you join the military, and how to set yourself up for success coming into the military. Today we're going to be talking a quick little discussion about credit, how to build your credit, how to rebuild your credit, and how to maintain your credit. This is going to be a pretty short video, but we're just going to touch on some little key points that I think are important that would really benefit you in the long run. If you like the content of this channel and if you like the information that I bring, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel. That way you're updated every time I upload a new video. And with that, let's hop right into it. So you've got bad credit, or you're building credit, or you have good credit and you want to maintain that good credit. Let's start with the first one. So you have bad credit and you want to rebuild your credit. The first thing I suggest is learning about credit and learning what makes up your credit. So for example, there are different things. For example, payment history, utilization, or how much money you're actually using for the credit that's available to you. The other thing is your age of credit, or the length of credit that you have. So there's a lot of different things that go into your credit and the makeup of your credit. So this is a little trick or a little hidden secret that I like to tell people when I start off building their credit, or when they want to get it back on track. The first thing I always say is research your credit and see what are the biggest impacts to your credit score. So for example, 35% of your credit score is payment history. Payment history is a huge portion of your credit score. It shows how creditworthy you are, how responsible you are in paying back money that you borrow or money that you utilize, how you pay that back. The other factor is credit utilization. Credit utilization is another big factor. Between between payment history and credit utilization, you're looking at roughly 65% of that credit makeup. So the first thing I said to attack is your payment history, not your credit history, your payment history. So your payment history, let's say you've been having let's say 30-day lates, 90-day lates, 120, then you go into not foreclosure, I'm thinking real estate, but you go into collection. So avoid the collection part. Let's stay with a 90-day lates and 30-day lates. So what you want to do is, once you start to build up that track history of being late in your payments and it starts to go 30 days and 90 days, those things have a drastic effect on your credit score. You'll see how fast your credit would drop if you start being late in your payments. So the first thing I say to do is start making your payments on time. You will see a difference in your score come the 3-4 weeks in, 2 months in. You're going to start seeing a difference in your credit score. You're going to start to see points adding, month after month. That's the first thing. If you have multiple cards and you're making multiple payments on time, you're going to see that it starts to bring a trend, and every few months, every few weeks, you're going to start to see your credit score going up and up and up. So that is the first thing. The second thing I said to attack, which is 30% of your credit score, is the utilization. Utilization is the amount of credit you're using that's available to you. So for example, let's say you have $1,000 in credit, just using random numbers. You have $1,000 of available credit on a credit card, and you use, let's say, $1,000 of that credit that was available to you. So you maxed your card out. Well, you just maxing that card out now puts you at 100% utilization. So ask yourself this question. If you lent John $100, John spends that $100, then John comes back to you again and asks you to borrow another $100. Would you lend John $100? No. Why not? Because John doesn't have a good history of paying you back when he borrows from you. So that's the same concept that comes with credit. So you want to lower your utilization. A good number to stick with, me personally, I like to stick under 10%. I usually keep all my cards within about 3%. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5 credit cards, and I keep them all within 3%. That doesn't mean that I don't go over 3%. I do spend it over. For example, right now, my Navy Federal card, I'm probably at about 50% utilization. Actually, no, I'm right about 60% utilization as of today. So I like to rack my points up. And that's another video that we're going to get into, how to make your credit card company pay you to use your credit. So just making this video short and to the point. So I'm right now roughly about 60%. So that was today. By the end of this week, I'm going to pay my credit card off regardless, because I have the cash. I just use it so I can get the points. So there's another thing that I'll add to that, just a little nugget. I wasn't going to throw that in there yet, but you want to take note of your statement dates and your reporting dates. So you want to make those payments prior to those dates so it doesn't reflect in your credit as being late. And just so you guys know, a 30-day late doesn't report until the following month. So you do have time to make those payments, but you want to avoid fees like late fees from your credit card and things like that. So that's the other thing. Now, let's say you have a pretty decent credit and you're trying to maintain it. Do not have late payments, and do not max your credit cards out. So late payments, like I said, have a drastic effect on your credit score. So once you start getting late payments and that history of late payments start to come in, it's going to really drag your score down. Like, you would be surprised how much of an effect one late payment could have on a credit score. And you'll be surprised how, if you're rebuilding, one or two early payments would really reflect in your score. But for the people that have good credit and you're trying to maintain it, you want to make sure you don't default on your payments. Make your payments on time every single month. Do not allow that 30-day, late reporting to start affecting you. If for some reason you go past that, deadline to make your payments, your due date, what you're going to do is you want to make that payment as soon as possible before that 30-day late rolls in. And like I said, it's a 30-day late, meaning it's not going to report right away because you're late, but you're now getting a $29, $30, $35 late fee for paying your credit card late. That's $30 extra you could have been keeping in your pocket. I'm just throwing that out there to invest in whatever you want to invest in. So that's pretty much it that I wanted to touch on, your utilization and your payment history. For those of you that have your good credit, I will tell you this, and I have seen this before with clients that I've had when it comes to building credit. So I had a friend of mine, she had a lot of credit cards, I forgot how many, but she had a lot of available credit. And her score was right around, I want to say, if I recall correctly, 604, between 590 to 604 across all three bureaus. One bureau she was at 604, another bureau she was at like 595, another one was probably like 597 or something like that. So she asked me to help her out with her credit score. She's trying to buy a house and she wants to raise her score. And no fault of her own why her score was that low. Actually, let me just put it this way, she's not working. And for somebody that's not working and doing little odd jobs here and there, the one thing she's never done is had a late payment. To this day, she has not had a late payment. And she still happens to maintain a score right around 600. So that tells you a lot. My advice to her was not to have any late payment reported on her score, because that's really going to crash her score at that point. What was lowering her score was the 30% utilization. All her cards, every single last card is pretty much maxed out within $30, $40 of maxing out. There's not a single card she is not close to 100% utilization in. So, like I said, she's not working, so that's money that's available to her. When she gets money, she splits the payments across all the cards, and she goes back and uses the money. So she's still maintaining that, right around 600, but because her utilization is so high, it keeps her score low. Once she starts paying off her cards, that score is going to start to climb and climb and climb. She has all the characteristics of an 800 credit score, but because she's carrying a high utilization over multiple cards, I want to say she's at least 10 different lines of credit that she has that are all maxed out. So that goes to show, if you can manage your payment history, I keep saying payment history, sorry. If you can manage your on-time payments and your credit utilization, just those two factors alone are enough to make a huge difference in your credit score. So with that, I'm going to end this video today. Once again, guys, if you like the information I'm sharing with you, and if you want to be updated every time I upload a new video, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel. That way you're updated every time I bring you some more information. I'm going to start doing these videos a lot more, seeing that I'm back from deployment. For you guys that didn't know, I was deployed for a while. That's why I haven't uploaded a video in close to 6 months. It was tough uploading videos where I were, but now I'm back. I'm going to start uploading these videos a lot more now. So once again, remember to like the video for me, guys, subscribe to the channel, and let's help this channel grow.